Welcome, you fellow modelers in cyberspace. Got a little bit of a surprise for you today. I was thinking, getting to be that time of the year, the end of the year, and what a interesting year it has been. So I thought I would make a tribute to the year 2020 in model form. And so here it is. All right, here it is. So what's better to represent the year 2020 than a literal dumpster fire? So what I did with making this is I just used some evergreen styrene and just made, the bases and everything from there. The dumpster itself we'll get to in a sec. I've got evergreen tubing to make the different piping, and then I use just spare photo etch to make up these guys here, to make these little brackets, which I'll be a closer look into them. So I've got those in there. With the other one, same thing, just photo etch to represent those. I made a box with styrene, electrical box with the electrical usage, the meter on it. Set that up in there, and then just went through a bit of weathering. So I used oils on it, just oil paints. So just used oils and just kind of did a streaking effect on all of that, and just used a couple different oils for there. For all of the just kind of dusting effects, I just use pastels, and now that I see on camera might fix up a few things here where you have the white, the plastic coming through. You put a little bit more black to fill that in. Got some different effects with different oils kind of smudged in here to be able to represent water that's coming down this pipe that you kind of got there and then just kind of ran along the sides. And then I put on just thinner to kind of just make these puddle effects in there. So that's what I did on the background for weathering. As far as doing the supposed to look like a spray can, is just right out of my airbrush. And I found just a 2020 graffiti online. So I put that and just sprayed it exactly to there, which took a little bit of effort. My airbrush wasn't wanting to cooperate too well. And then I looked at a few other things through the internet to try to get some just interesting stuff for graffiti. And this one popped up, and I just had to do it. That I thought was pretty hilarious. So just got that painted in there. Had to touch up a few bits on it. Wasn't spraying as tight as I want, but it was getting the right type of effect, I think, to represent somebody using a can of spray paint. But overall, I mean, I just wanted to really do something fun and experiment a little bit with weathering. Experiment a little bit. I put in Mr. Surfacer, just kind of splattered all around to try to make some of the texture rather than have it be perfectly smooth. So that's for the background. It comes down to my actual dumpster. I found on eBay somebody that was doing a 3D print job of an actual dumpster in 1/24 scale. So I bought that, and the 3D print job on it was pretty horrendous. So I had to do a lot of sanding on it and get that down. You can probably see some of the levels that I didn't get to with this. That's going to be kind of just hidden. Pretty nasty. So I did that. Now, as far as the fire, what I did is hot glue gun and just kind of let it trail up and get that kind of effect. Looks like this is kind of drooped, but it was up higher like that. Might even just cut that part off. Fire shouldn't exactly do that. Then I went in and put in some clear along with red and orange and yellow to kind of give that there. But the best part is actually when it lights up. So let me show you the lighting for there. All right, let's see if I've got the right amount of lighting to get this to show. But what I did is I got a Gundam, just a little LED unit. Saw it at a sale, so I bought it for next to nothing. So I put that in a hole in the bottom here, and you got this little switch. And there you go. You have your flame. And luckily there's something going on with the internal circuitry, so it's got a flicker to it, which works perfect for the flame, giving it that right flicker. The other thing that's cool with putting it in the bottom like that is I can always access here to get to the batteries. It's not built into there and just set in stone. So if I do run out of the batteries, I do have replacements. So plan on putting this as kind of a humor in modeling, hopefully, in something for competitions in the future. So hopefully you like that. Let me know if you have any other tips. There's some different things that was more of an experiment when it comes down to the weathering techniques that I have on here. Some of the streaking still working with. Some light back in here. So I try to experiment a little bit more with that and just make sure that we have some variation to color. But there's some stuff where it kind of got a little bit splotchy and faded and didn't really come out the exact way I want. So there's probably some still finagling that I'm going to do with this to try to get it to the right look. So if you have some tips, have something where you'd like to see different with this, or if you're just like, oh my goodness, be hilarious, add this to the little diorama. That would be perfect. Of course, as long as it's something that's legal for IPMS. If it's not appropriate, I can't really bring that there. The other thing I might do is add a small grocery bag for this side, just so it has some interest as there's stuff in there, because I've got just some cardboard, but maybe put a garbage bag. So what do you think I can do to improve this? But let me know what you think, and always like and subscribe, and we'll talk to you in the next one.